everybody, welcome back to our channel, and we're going to do another MVE critique, and today is going to be on P-Valley, the series. I'm Kel.
I'm Candace.
I'm Maurice.
And we're just going to jump right into this video. How do you guys feel about P-Valley? We're going to start with that first offhand.
I thought P-Valley was a really good show. It was really original. It wasn't what I thought it would be. Yeah, it was a good storyline. I love the characters, the fact that they didn't use any major celebrities in the show.
Right.
Used a lot of underdogs, so I could appreciate that.
So my first initial thoughts of P-Valley, bro, how I got told of it is, it's strippers. It's about strippers. I'm like, where is P-Valley? Where is it at? Where is it at? So then, where is it at?
It's in Mississippi.
Yeah, so I'm thinking it's gonna be never mind, I was gonna say.
Well, no,
I was thinking it's gonna be like white strippers or something like that. When they said Mississippi, so I'm like, Then my uncle no, it's black girls, I'm like, oh yeah, let me tap in. And then I watched it, and I guess I didn't know P-Valley stand for Pussy Valley, so that was dope to find that out. And then
is it for pussy or pink? Because the club was called Pink. It was Pussy Valley.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So then, I guess those are my initial thoughts. But then, actually watching it, it was a good storyline for sure. I like how they, some of the characters, they hid some stuff in the beginning, but as you come along, actually finish the series, they because at first I'm like, what is Autumn doing? I didn't understand what her role was, for real, but then at the end, as they came all together, you kind of figure that out. But yeah, I like it.
I have to agree. I feel like the series was raw. It was needed. Not gonna lie, Hustlers was a good movie with Jennifer Lopez, but I feel like this really
way better.
Yes,
for
the
sure.
dancing was better. It's more realistic.
Definitely.
Yes. But to get down to the plot of it, so I made my own little summary, y'all. So what I said was, it was a popular strip club called the Pank. Had numerous stories being told, regarding Mercedes. Well, we first see Autumn, then Mercedes, then I believe Uncle Clifford in that order. I might be wrong, but it revolves more so around the strippers per se, and Uncle Clifford is, obviously the owner of the club. Spoiler alert, we're gonna, be spoiling a lot. Sorry, y'all. But I feel like the characters themselves had a raw potential to them, and it's very relatable. So I just feel like I can see somebody that's Uncle Clifford. I can see somebody that's Mercedes. I can see somebody that's Autumn Night. There's so many characters that I feel like had so many relatable stories at this point. What do you guys think about these characters in general?
I was gonna ask that because I know a lot of guys were uncomfortable with Uncle Clifford's character and what's the rapper name?
Lil Murda.
Yeah.
Lil Murda.
Spoiler, but they had a relationship,
a
sexual relationship. And I know a lot of guys, I heard a lot of guys that they couldn't watch it past, some certain episodes. But honestly, I like that they are having more representation of different types of black men. You don't just get, black men are not one-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? So there's not one type of black man, which is a heterosexual black man, and they have a spectrum of black men in the show. They have, bisexual, heterosexual, they have trans, they have cross-dressing. So it's you don't just get one type of black man, and I feel always seeing stuff like that on TV, I like to see it. I know a lot of people probably feel they're pushing a gay agenda or whatever, but it's 9 times out of 10, the people you run into on the street are gay. There's so many gay people in the world. This is not something new. So for people to get so offended by the sex scenes, I don't know. I think it's real. Like you said, it's real. It's raw. And I can appreciate the character development. Like you said, it introduces you to the characters in every episode just a little bit more. And you're just oh, okay, that should make sense. So I like how they kind of feed you each character each week.
All right. So, for me, I'm going to start off with Uncle Clifford. I was through, a back at first, because I just wasn't expecting it. But then, as it went on, I'm just all right, this Uncle Clifford, It was one episode he put up on our boy at the farm, and he had that little outfit on. I was like, all right. I was like, bro, all right. Like, he pushed it.
The little red outfit.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you study outside. Okay. But no, I mean, it didn't make me feel uncomfortable. I mean, it was, it's the show. It ain't me. So I'm just like, I'm watching it. I'm watching the character development. So, I mean, like Candace was saying, the inclusion, like, it's just not everybody not straight. Everybody, homosexual, whatever everybody is, you gotta put that out on the TV screen. You gotta start, we in 2020 now. So, I mean, it didn't bother me. So, I mean, other than Uncle Clifford, Mississippi, you was my baby until the last episode. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my God.
That shit pissed me off.
Can we talk about that?
Yes.
Can we go
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Oh my God.
Like, this white dude, so Mississippi is in an abusive relationship, domestic violence. It's a trigger warning for anybody who has been in a domestic violence situation. There is domestic violence scenes in the show. And when I tell you, Diamond was giving it to, that was a good fight. They had a good fight.
I did not think the white.
I didn't think he did either.
He threw me off when he threw that punch. I was like, oh, okay.
He was kind of giving Diamond a run for his money. But I wanted Diamond to shoot his ass. And she came up with the gun, like, get off of him. I was like, bitch, really? He was just, really? Yeah, but, domestic violence, sometimes the victim has the mentality it's kind of hard for them to leave. So, not to talk down against women in domestic violence situations, because I know it's hard, when you're with someone and you're dependent, there's a codependency. But yeah.
Man,
she upset me too. I thought this was gonna be her chance. Like, she free. Like, we thought this was the end of her, relationship with this guy.
So man,
she pissed me off too, because I'm like, dang, like, you could have had Diamond, like, he was, it seemed like that chemistry was just boiling.
It was, that's another reason why I'm like, well, why you point the gun at him? I'm like, bro, you down there one.
Yeah, it was a twist. It was a nice little twist.
It was, but since y'all got into Mississippi, I want to talk about each character, because it's a lot of characters that stories are being told, during this series. So Mississippi, since we started off with her, we can go with her. She started off kind of like shy in Mercedes Shadow type situation. Yeah. But the only difference I feel like from Mercedes is that she has this kind of like socialite personality where she want to grow and evolve on social media. Yeah. And I feel like she has that stage presence too. Once y'all see that she danced for the first time by herself on the stage without the Holy Trinity. So what do you guys think about that? Like, with Mississippi's character, like, what do you take from that?
I mean, like you were saying, like, it was good growth for the character, because I mean, at first you pretty, you got a nice body. It's no reason why you shouldn't be as confident as Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? But Mercedes was just the OG. She knew how to run the club. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of always felt like until that moment when Mississippi like got up to own her by herself, and she was just like, oh, I can do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, like, it was good to see that character development. Like, I was hoping she wasn't gonna be the shy girl the whole time. So I mean, it was good to see.
Can I ask y'all this? How does this show make you feel about sex workers? Now that you see how these women are just working women, and how some people view sex work as something that they should be ashamed of, like Mercedes' mama, how she was a Christian woman and she couldn't understand that Mercedes was working to get her daughter back and to build a gym, and she just took over the gym with her church idea.
I was pissed at that too.
She deserves to get her ass beat for that too. But a lot of people, they look down on women in sex work, and they feel like they have no protection when it comes to laws protecting them, and just being in that kind of environment. What something violent happens to them, a lot of people say, well, oh, they deserve it because you out here shaking your ass, so you deserve it. Right. If a man beats you or rape you or whatever, it's because you put yourself out there. So does this show kind of change your idea of women in sex work?
I'm gonna be honest, I feel like get it how you live, get your money, because at the end of the day, like, it's multiple jobs for multiple people. I feel like being a stripper, you shouldn't look down on somebody when they probably making more money than you in a
Man.
year. So to be honest, it's like, how can you come at somebody, all they doing is flaunting what they was blessed with?
Yes, and can I add to that, the fact that people don't see this as an art. Dancing on a pole is more than just stripping. It's an art. It's exercise. It's a sport. And it's a job. I can't stand when dudes go to the strip club and don't tip women. When I tell you, these women are working for their money. How can you not tip? You know? Like, it's an art. I feel like pole dancing is something that should be in the Olympics, because I could never do dropping from the ceiling to the ground.
No,
like that.
They be going crazy. They be back.
Yeah, like flips and stuff. It's like gymnastics almost.
So,
you know,
what Mississippi did alone, to me, was like worthy of 10 mil. Like, I'm not gonna lie, because she took over the floor, danced with the beat, did what she was supposed to do, had that stage presence. Period. Mercedes the same thing.
And then there was a couple times I really thought they was gonna bust their ass. Like, I thought it was just in the script. I thought it was in the script for real. Like, I thought, like, oh, she about to bust her shit right here. Cause like they slide down there, they just stop.
And they stop her, like, yep.
And she be going so hard on the pole. Mercedes just
Mercedes,
like, boom, boom, boom.
Bro, I thought she was gonna break the pole one time. I thought like she just be shaking that motherfucker. I'm like,
but let me tell y'all something that I never even knew until I started watching this show and somebody had to tell me. I ain't know the pole spin. I thought they was doing all that work on their own.
Yeah, some do turn. There's like a mechanism inside
like
the pole where it can turn, and some are stationary. It depends on where, like, how you build it or where you build it.
I was like, dang, I didn't know the pole spin. I thought they was doing all that on their own.
It helps them go around it. But if you buy a homemade pole, sometimes they do spin. Most likely.
Dang,
I didn't know that. But I mean, I guess I never really thought about it like that. Like, as far as the whole sex worker thing, like, I'm just like, you feel me? They just in there doing. They in there doing what they doing. I ain't never really think too much into it, but I guess it did help me see, like, they not all, you know, some of them there because they gotta be there, some of them there because it's the easy way. Like y'all was saying, make money, quick money, and, you know, then you can, like, advance yourself on it.
Exactly.
So, it opened me up a little bit to that. You know, it's just seeing, like, they different, like, personal lives and all that. So, yeah, definitely.
I mean, we definitely see that with Mercedes. Like, she was the OG. You know, just to talk about her character a little bit, like, she star stripper, I feel like the main person in the Trinity, because you know, it's Mississippi, Gidget, and her. That's like the main three that everybody go to. I feel like she had to go. She had a savings plan. She was ready to retire, do, you know, everything that she wanted to do for her girls, get her daughter, you know, and stuff like that. Try to do, you know, do better. But with her character, I feel like she gave me raw, like, South. You know, this is what these type of girls do, like, to get what they need. And she did it, I feel like, the best way with morals. Like, she ain't sit there and take the money. Like, you know, old boy was supposed to give her $10,000 and she worth $10,000. I was like, she did it with morals. She still stuck through that job and still had the morals that people believe that strippers don't have. Like, they have goals outside of just being a stripper. You know, what did y'all think about Mercedes, though?
I love Mercedes. I felt bad for her because she has such a rough exterior and she comes at everybody really tough. Yeah. And you can tell it's because she's probably had, like, a tough life, and that's how they wrote her character. Like, she as soon as she met Autumn, she was just like, look, like, this is my locker, this is this, like, I'm the OG, like, no matter what you do, this is still my shit, like, you know, like. But you can tell it's probably because she's had to build up that personality being in that lifestyle. Right. And, you know, just seeing her work so hard to get her daughter back and to start this business and to coach the dance team. She was coaching a dance team, and, you know, you can tell she just wants to have a better life for herself and her kid. But she also has, you know, her own issues and traumas and things she's got to work through. And she's still supporting other girls in the club too. Like, she was like a mentor on top of that. So it was almost like she had the weight of the world on her shoulders, you can tell. But at the same time, it's like she had a soft spot. You know, like, she ended up getting a soft spot for Autumn eventually. And, you know, so I liked her character the most.
Where they turned into Baps and they was robbing her.
Yeah, I liked her character the most.
No, I definitely liked Mercedes too. Like, I like how y'all was saying, like, how they showed, like, she was actually, like, this was business for her. It wasn't this, you know, I'm gonna go in here and fuck with the nigga who got the most money, all this. Well, she was doing that, but she was just like, it's not like, I'm gonna try to like be with you or nothing like that. She like, no, it's business. You know, give me my money. I'm a hand. Yeah, then I'm out.
Yeah.
And then, but you also, and then it's shown that she was actually trying to like own her own business too, like start her dance studio. You know, try to show her girls the right way, her dance team or whatever, and you know, even get like try to be a role model for her daughter, even though her daughter kind of knew what she was doing, and you know, who knows what her daughter was hearing from her guardian and whatnot. So I mean, she was a very complex character. I mean, even just the back and forth with her and her mom, like it's like dang, like that's why she got that hard exterior, because her mom like tearing into her or whatever. So she gotta be mean up front, and like you was saying, like she saw Autumn at a low point, and she helped her out. You know, took her back to the house, and that's how they got cool. So I mean, she was a dope character for sure. She was one of the best for sure.
I would say you touched on something I wanted to talk about too, where showing how girls are impressionable at a younger age, like, you know, they having a dance team and how they was twerking and stuff like that, and she got to take the time to like go to, I guess, was it her sister? I don't think they cleared that. That wasn't her relative, the one that's watching her daughter.
No, it was her. The father died.
Oh yeah, that's right. And that was his.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
And that was the lady he married.
That was the lady he married.
So they went to her house to get the daughter from, you know, doing whatever mishap what Mercedes did, and just the struggle for that relationship is just like crazy how she went through all of this, but she's still trying to get. It's kind of like a juxtaposition in a sense. Like her relationship with her mother is messed up.
Yeah,
but she's trying to fix something with her daughter.
Yeah,
already. We already discussed Mercedes' character, and we're gonna get into Uncle Clifford. So I know Candace had great points on Uncle Clifford, so we can just start off there with what you had to say about it.
Oh, Uncle Clifford was great. Just coming from a position of an entrepreneur, owning a strip club, not really being like a pimp.
Yes.
I love seeing like house moms for like strippers and not just like pimps trying to pimp the girls out, but he actually cared for the girls. And the club was in jeopardy of, you know, being sold, and that was kind of one of the premises for the show. And I was just I'm sorry, y'all, that's the chair. I liked Uncle Clifford's character. I liked that he represented a different type of male character. He wasn't just a pimp, heterosexual male character trying to exploit the dancers, but he actually was trying to build up the business and, you know, train these women to be, you know, awesome dancers and to have a camaraderie. And that club was popping. Like it made me want to find a club like that, because it was more than just a strip club. It was like a performance. Like the rappers and the entertainers had an opportunity to perform on stage with the dancers. So it was kind of like a collaboration. It was like a performance. It wasn't just stripping for money. You know what I'm saying? He created an entertainment atmosphere. And so it was lines to get in that club. And I just thought, like, Mr. Clifford, it was a great character. Yeah. I don't know the actor's name. Do you know the actor's name?
I think his name is Nico something.
He from Detroit too.
Is he?
I want to say one of them is from Michigan for sure.
That's
I don't
fire.
know which one it is.
Like,
one of them is for sure from Michigan.
I know the person who plays Mercedes, her name is Brandy. She's danced for Drake, background. She's
okay.
Yeah, and this is her first like big break with a role. So congratulations to her, because she's doing a good job.
You went crazy.
But whoever, I'm gonna have to look that up after we get done.
Clifford, he was awesome. Yeah, man, I don't shy away from, you know, bisexual or homosexual sex scenes. I feel like his love affair with I can't think of them.
Lil Murder.
Yes, I always forget. I love their relationship, even though Lil Murder kind of played him in the finale.
I was mad about that.
But, you know, that comes with the territory of A, being a musician and being an artist, and 2, you have to have a certain persona to make it, and he couldn't jeopardize his brand. Yeah. He's on the brink of making it as a big rapper, and you can't attach, you know what I'm saying, a trans or a cross-dressing, whatever his orientation is. I'm not sure, I'm gonna get it wrong, but he didn't want to come out as homosexual yet, although he told, you know, Uncle Clifford, like, look, I don't want to hide you, but at the same time, like, he has to kind of, I can understand why he didn't want to initially come out as, you know, a gay rapper. You know, like you kind of got to ease that in. He probably doesn't even really understand his feelings or what he wants yet either. Definitely. So I love seeing that relationship between Lil Murda and Uncle Clifford on screen.
I agree.
I like that, you know, people aren't shying away from the conversations just because that thug type character or you know, archetype that you see is very common in the gay world. A lot of your favorite rappers are on the down low. And I feel like this is a perfect opportunity to get people more comfortable with who they are. That's key with anything, being comfortable with who you are. And the show kind of, you know, embraces that and shows, you know, Uncle Clifford, he had his moments where he was insecure. Yeah. He changes, you know, he isn't always flamboyant with the nails and stuff like that. He had his different costumes, you know, that he had to change into. So it just goes to show that, you know, society will never probably be 100% comfortable with seeing a man cross-dressed as who he really desires to be or who he likes to be.
But you know what? One thing I do want to touch on, like, as much as Uncle Clifford, like, cross-dress or whatever, ain't nobody nobody in the series ever said nothing. Like, it was no surprise.
No disrespect. It was never any real disrespect.
It was never, I never was.
Well,
the guy, remember, the record guy.
He did.
Disrespected him.
Yeah, he did, but it wasn't really to his face. Once he dismissed him out the room, he kind of said what he had to say, but it wasn't like...
You talking about the dude coming to see Lil Murda?
Yeah.
I must have missed that part.
He said some disrespectful
stuff. And Lil Murda kind of took up for him.
Yeah, he did, but it was
no, I ain't see that. Okay.
I feel like when it comes to, like, the people coming in the club, they knew Uncle Clifford didn't play. You know, like, you're not about to disrespect him in his club. So I like that aspect of it, but of course they had to show some realism and show that, you know, there's people who don't get it. Who don't get it, who don't have respect for it. And it's like this world is like oh, never mind, I'm about to go into like this deep thing. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me not go there. But I fucks with Uncle Clifford.
I mess with Uncle Clifford character too. I feel like he definitely speaks volumes to where we're going, you know, toward in television. I feel like a lot of, you know, gay, straight, you know, trans, you know, because I like Pose too, you know what I'm saying, at the same time. So
Pose is good.
You're getting a lot of these relatable stories that a lot of people need to relate to. Like, it's a lot of people that I like to see my own representation on TV. I'm a bisexual man, so I feel like at the end of the day, seeing Lil Murda as, you know, we ain't the same, I ain't no dud. But you know what I'm saying? But he's somebody that I feel like a lot of people can relate to, that they identify as basically straight. Like, he has straight characteristics. He does what, you know, he wants to do, but he has, you know, feelings for a guy. Like, you know, it is what it is. But I just love to see that dynamic. Like, you know, people just pushing past limits. And Uncle Clifford does that. I mean, that outfit that you mentioned earlier, Maurice, it did throw me. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, he was looking crazy with that shit. I was like, it was hot outside.
Please put a photo on the screen of this outfit.
But was it half a skirt and then the other half was like,
I don't know what the fuck.
Because I don't know. I gotta look it up. But
yeah, it was crazy.
It was.
If you seen P Valley, you know what we talking about. Like, basically, like,
I'm like, and that just leads us to Lil Murda. Like, him coming in initially, I just thought he was an upcoming rapper. You know, his music was ass at first. You know? And I thought everybody was like, you know, trying to just throw him to the side. But once he had that one banger, like everybody, that Mississippi dance too.
That's what it did.
That performance was great. Like, I felt like I wanted to be there. Yeah, it was good. They're good together. Him and Mississippi.
They worked through that, and like I said, we kind of divulged his, you know, him being, I would consider a bisexual man. He didn't really go to women though.
No.
I didn't see that like a lot.
I didn't either.
No, not for real.
Even though he's faking a relationship with Mississippi just to, you know, put on, but I feel like his character was definitely necessary.
Yeah.
I feel like also another character that has I feel like a big tie to this show is Patrice Woodbine, which is Mercedes' mom. Her character, I feel like, we all have Patrice in our family that talks about, you know, Jesus Christ, and they kind of guilt you into doing things that you don't want to do.
But not even holy, like, not even all holy themselves, though. Like, like, she really was, like, shiesty for real. Like,
in the name of Jesus.
Exactly.
And she was a pimp, wasn't she?
Yeah, that's what I think she was.
That's what I'm like, what you doing, lady? And you sleeping with the pastor? It comes off that way, but I feel like she's sleeping with the pastor. I don't know.
It's possible.
I feel like she is.
But I ain't gonna lie, her mama was getting on my nerves. Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm glad she whooped her ass. Like,
bro.
She said, you stole my money. And my building. Like, you could, out of all the buildings you could have chose. You said God chose this building for you?
Exactly.
Like, really?
I was so pissed for her. I'm like, dang, and then they got to jail. She was like,
on her night, her last dance, too. Like,
oh, she was supposed to turn, but I mean, it happened from Mississippi, so I guess it was supposed to happen in general.
Yeah.
But I just feel like overall, the show, it just, season 2, I'm just like really having anxiety right now. Like, I already watched the show. I just really want the second season to come out at this point, because I don't know. I just can't wait to see what they're gonna come up with, like, in general. Autumn and, you know, Uncle Clifford own the club now.
Yeah.
You know, she done bid for the club. And I just want to see that dynamic, how it's going to work. Is she going to turn it to more of an upscale club, or like what are they going to start to do? That battle for power, in a sense.
Low key, speaking about Autumn, what y'all think about old boy?
Her husband or
no,
her ex?
The guy that she was like kind of having that relationship with. Like, like, y'all think he gonna be in the next season? Like, or y'all think he just ain't had no real?
I hope not. I feel like he was just. I hope he's just a season 1 distraction, because, like, he had his time. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got the money. She bought the club off of him. He wasn't able to do the conniving thing that he was setting out to do in the first place. So I feel like season 2 will be time for a new villain. You know,
but
like,
I don't think he was the villain though. Like, for real, I think.
He was and he wasn't.
At first.
He wasn't, he wasn't. Like,
at first. It was his uncle for real.
Yeah,
his uncle was the one that was on tip, the little mayor or whatever he was.
But he was still bidding at the auction.
Yeah.
Like,
you know, like
partly like he was bidding, but then it was almost like he wanted her. Yeah, he wanted her to win.
But she did the 250. He
could
have called. He could have.
He couldn't, but still, he wasn't supposed to go over 200,000. Yeah. So if the man couldn't afford 200,000, I don't think he was gonna win anyway. Yeah. But still, like, no loyalty
at all.
No, for sure.
And
I feel like I don't know. I feel like if he come, I think he is gonna come back. Only to tie maybe a loose end. If that,
think so?
I feel like Autumn is gonna kind of like dismiss him. Nah,
I ain't gonna lie.
I think they ended for the long run.
I think so, bro.
Because the wife even seen, like, at the end, she was like, "Oh, I can tell that you messing with this girl." You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they had a phone sex scene, like, you know.
And can I mention this? I said this on Twitter. Black sex scenes are better than white sex scenes. When I tell y'all, seeing black people have sex on TV, it kind of makes you feel some way, versus when you see white people fucking, it's just like it's just, it's painful, it's nasty, it was dry, versus when he was fucking her on that table, like, even with the phone sex, like, it was just like, oh,
and they showed frontal, like, the whole series. I'm like, hey, you just seen. Nah, let's be honest.
She got nice boobs, Autumn.
Oh yeah, she do.
I ain't gonna lie, she definitely do.
But they definitely showed frontal, and they never do that for men. Yeah, let's just be real. They don't.
Shout out to HBO, because they was one of the originators who started showing penises. So thank you, HBO. I'm proud. I'm glad we moved past the point where TV only shows nipples.
Yes. And they showed cum too. I'm like, hey, it came on the stomach. I'm like, whoo, we getting hot. HBO.
Yeah. Sex scenes were pretty good in this show, if you're into it.
No, I'm shocked. I still think power might be there, but
power.
Yes, bro.
I was so sick of seeing ghosts fucking Angela. Like, this is so whack.
This is turning into a whole nother video.
Alright. They up there though. That's all I'm saying.
Anyway,
But to wrap it up, I feel like overall, P-Valley is a show that everybody needs to tune into. Season 2 is definitely going to be fire. Katori Hall is doing her thing.
Yes.
If you ever need somebody to just, just write a few scenes. Just a few scenes. I'm here. We here. We here. We here for sure.
My information gonna be
Shout
at the
out
end.
to all the strippers out there who be putting in that work.
Period. Not just sitting there shaking one cheek, but both cheek.
Get that cash.
Doing that pole work. Actually,
that work.
Going crazy at your craft.
Pole dancers, strippers. If you don't take off your clothes and you just go around a pole, shout out to y'all too.
Period.
Definitely.
And shout out to the wings at the club. Okay?
And the lamb chops.
Ooh, I don't even eat lamb chops, but them wings that they was rolling into weed.
Yeah.
If y'all do
that was smart though.
Just let me know.
That was what we said. It's gonna be fucked up. Spending more money. That's how they got them on P-Valley.
Exactly. But we're gonna end this video, y'all. This was a critique video on P-Valley. As always, you can follow me on Instagram at Pharaoh.kel.
You can follow me at Candacisim.
You can follow me at 2_MDJ.
And we'll just see y'all next video. Peace.